Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. Let's talk about Jimmy Butler playing like a monster this postseason, averaging 37 points. In game 1 to 5, here are the numbers. In game 1, Jimmy Butler scored 35 points. In game 2, he scored 25 points. In game 3, he scored 30 points. In game 4, he scored 56 points. And in game 5, he scored 42 points to close out the Bucks. So Jimmy Butler is the highest scorer in this postseason in round 1 with 188 points, averaging 37 points per game. So Jimmy has been a monster. Jimmy single-handedly eliminated the Bucks. Of course, he had help, but his effort, if Jimmy Butler didn't play at this level, the Heat wouldn't have a chance. Playoff Jimmy is a real thing. I know he doesn't want to acknowledge playoff Jimmy. So yesterday's game in game 5, do or die, the Bucks were up almost 20 points in the fourth quarter. Almost 20 points. And the Miami Heat still came back and won the game. Let's put this all into context. Giannis did miss 3 games. He barely played game 1. He didn't play game 2 or 3. So Giannis only played 2 games in the series. We got to contextualize things. And let's be honest, I don't care how great you are. What are the chances of your team winning a series when the best player missed 3 games? More than likely, you're going to lose. I don't care who you are. There's a slim chance you're going to win that series. And Giannis missed 3 games, so I had to put that in there. I didn't just want to say Jimmy Butler destroyed him, which he did, but we also got to say Giannis wasn't available for most of the series. So I had to contextualize the entire situation. Jimmy Butler is playing at an elite level right now. And he's top 10 to me. He's definitely top 10. Right now, Jimmy Butler is top 10 in the NBA. No argument. I know some might push back, but he's top 10. He's at the bottom end of the top 10, not at the top. He's at the lower end of the spectrum, but he's top 10. Despite Giannis missing 3 games, he did play game 4 and game 5. So I don't want to make excuses for Giannis or the Bucks why they lost. It was more so bad coaching and bad decisions. Jimmy Butler went nuclear in game 4. He dropped 56 points. So in game 5, wouldn't the game plan be to double team Jimmy, let somebody else beat you? And in the fourth quarter, they were up by almost 20. How do you lose a game in the fourth quarter being up by almost 20? Simple, bad coaching. Why would you not double Jimmy Butler? Get the ball out of his hand. Let somebody else beat you. That should have been the game plan from the jump. But nope, Coach Bud is just not competent enough to do that. And they let Jimmy Butler go one-on-one basically. And the results are the Bucks are no longer in the playoff. They're eliminated. But man, beyond all that, I'm not trying to take away from Jimmy Butler because he has been a monster. I mean, talk about carrying your team on your back. They could have folded in game 5. They went into the fourth quarter down by double digits. And Jimmy Butler could have just folded and be like, you know what? We'll get him at home. Down the stretch, Jimmy Butler was insane, man. So he sent the game to overtime and won the game, which once again is bad coaching. How do you lose a game to a lob? The Bucks are up by 2 points. And you mean to tell me you allowed Jimmy Butler to get a lob to the basket, to tie the game, to send the game to overtime? So he forced overtime, and then they lost the game because of bad decisions, bad gameplay, and what's even worse, down 2 with 9 seconds in overtime, Giannis got the ball. They double-teamed Giannis. He passed it off. He made the right play because they double-teamed him. And his teammates, nobody shot. With 9 seconds remaining, no one attempted a shot and the Bucks lost. How do you not attempt a shot in a playoff series? If you miss, you miss. So be it. It is mind-blowing that the Bucks never attempted a shot. No one shot the ball. They basically just passed the ball around like hot potato. Everybody's scared, and the time ran out, and they lost. So beyond Jimmy Butler going nuclear, they had a lot of bad decisions, mental meltdown. Giannis choked somewhat, and Drew Holiday didn't play bad, but Jimmy Butler just outplayed him. Just easy as that. Jimmy Butler outplayed the entire Bucks team by himself. Like he outplayed Giannis and everybody else. Currently in the playoff, Jimmy Butler is the highest scorer in the playoff. Jimmy Butler is the best player in the playoffs right now. He has the highest points total with 188. Devin Booker is second, I think. So Jimmy Butler is outplaying everybody in the postseason right now. He's the best player. And he's top 10. No argument from me. Jimmy Butler currently is top 10 in the NBA. He's at the lower end of the spectrum, but he's top 10. The Miami Heat Bucks series, man, this series was wild. More so down the stretch. And it's unfortunate Giannis got hurt early in game one. And that played a role because let's be honest, if Giannis was available, this would have been a 6 or 7 game series if Giannis was available. Let's be honest about this. If Giannis wasn't hurt and he was available for all games, it would have gone 6 or 7. It wouldn't have been a 5-game, 4-1 easy sweep. It wouldn't. But if your best player is unavailable for most of the games in a playoff series, you're going to lose. The same thing happened to the Clippers, right? Kawhi was available for 2 games. They won the first game, lost the second game, and they lost the series. I mean, this is normal. If your best player is unavailable, you're going to lose. I'm not trying to take away from Jimmy Butler's amazing performances because he was elite. But Giannis wasn't available for 3 games, and it is what it is. But you know what? No excuses. They lost. Giannis had 2 games to make up the differences. He had game 4 and game 5. He could have won, so no excuses. Jimmy Butler was the best player in the series, and it is what it is. So now they got to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out in the offseason. The only reason why Coach Bud is still the coach of the Bucks is because they won the championship. They would have fired him before they won the championship. But, the Brooklyn Nets got compromised. So they beat Kevin Durant, and Monty Williams made bad coaching decisions in the finals, and they end up winning. So they had a little bit of luck on their side. They extended Coach Bud's contract. Rightfully so, he won the championship. But he was never a good coach. He was never a good coach, and as you can see, he's not a good coach. They just lucked up. You have one of the best players in the world, in Giannis, and you got a little bit of luck on your side. But he's not a good coach. It's so evident, not just this series, but last year and years prior. Coach Bud is not a good coach. Hats off to Jimmy, man. The guy is playing at an elite level right now. He's currently the best player in the playoffs. We'll see what happens in the next series versus the Knicks, but currently, he's the best player in the playoff. He has the highest points total, and he's averaging almost 38 points per game. Jimmy Butler shows up when it matters, and he has one of the highest scoring games in playoff history. 56 points, right behind Michael Jordan, so Jimmy Butler is the real deal. The Miami Heat become the number 8 seed to beat the number 1 seed in NBA history, behind Jimmy Butler. So in 1994, the Denver Nuggets beat the Seattle Supersonics. In 99, the Knicks beat the Miami Heat. In 2007, the Golden State Warriors beat the Dallas Mavericks. In 2011, the Memphis Grizzlies beat the San Antonio Spurs. In 2012, the Philadelphia 76ers beat the Chicago Bulls. And in 2023, the Miami Heat beat the Milwaukee Bucks. So that is a result of the 6 teams in NBA history where the number 8 seed defeated the number 1 seed. And Jimmy Butler, Miami Heat, is a part of that history. So Jimmy is a monster in these playoffs, man. Like, he is the real deal. He has the highest points total in the playoff. He has the highest points average at 37.6. And this guy is playing out of his mind right now. And he scored 56 points in Game 4, followed up by 42 points in Game 5 to trounce the Milwaukee Bucks in overtime and sent them home. But as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.